What happens when Italian style meets American muscle and a dash of wild imagination? You get the Tomaso Mangusta, a car so dramatic, it looks like it rolled straight out of a comic book. Built between 1967 and 1971, the Mangusta was the brainchild of Alejandro de Tomaso, an Argentinian racing driver turned carmaker who wanted to shake up the supercar world. And oh boy, did he succeed. Just look at it, a razor-sharp wedge shape, gullwing engine covers that open like the wings of a bird of prey, and a stance that makes even Lamborghinis jealous. If cars had personalities, the Mangusta was the troublemaker in the classroom, loud, rebellious, and impossible to ignore. But it wasn't just about looks. Under those dramatic rear gullwing panels lived a Ford V8 engine, giving the Mangusta brutal power and surprisingly decent reliability compared to some of its Italian rivals. Depending on the market, it came with either a 289 or 302 cubic inch V8, both delivering enough grunt to push this exotic to speeds over 150 miles per hour, crazy fast for the late 60s. And thanks to the American heart, it had that thunderous soundtrack no Ferrari could quite match. Of course, being a de Tomaso, it wasn't perfect. The handling could be twitchy, weight distribution was questionable, and fitting in the cabin was a challenge unless you were built like a jockey. But that's exactly what makes it legendary. The Mangusta had character. It wasn't just a machine, it was an experience, thrilling and terrifying all at once. Only about 400 Mangustas were ever built, making them incredibly rare today. Collectors drool over them not just for their scarcity, but because they represent an era when carmakers weren't afraid to take risks and go a little crazy. In today's world of safe, computer-tuned cars, the Mangusta feels like a time capsule of raw passion and fearless design. It wasn't just a car, it was a statement, one that still turns heads more than 50 years later.